You talk about reason and the Quran being created so much, it's a valid question, bro. Sunnis believe that the Quran was created. Um, Ash'aris believe that. Now, but I've mentioned this before. You see, what they do is they're embarrassed of it, so they hide the wording and replace it with words that the common public wouldn't understand. So they don't use the word. In fact, if you read the Ash'ira text, they will say, we refrain from saying Al Quran makhluk. The Quran is using this word because of the stigma associated with it. But what we will say, we will divide the Quran into kalam nafsi and kalam lafzi. And kalam nafsi is not the Arabic Quran. They're very clear. So Abu Bakr al-Baqalani, he clearly says that the Arabic Quran is makhluk. It is muhdath, but they don't use the word makhluk. They use the word, replace it with the word muhdath, as in generated. See, but this is it, because it got stigma, so they moved away from the wording. And even a lot of Ash'aris don't know this today. They did such a good job. Even Ash'aris today are so dumb sometimes. And the Salafi da'wah is so wide, so manipulative that many people don't realize, like, they've already fallen victim to it. So even Ash'aris today don't realize that, so for example, the Bukhari da'wah is so widespread that people, without even realizing it, big up Bukhari so much. Like even Hanafis, who historically never rated Sahih Bukhari to be that, because most of their fiqh is opposed to Sahih Bukhari, and Imam Bukhari used to diss Imam Abu Hanifa ridiculously. So, but later Hanafis, because the kind of discourse got so drowned in this discussion, they, even without realizing it, bought into it. So similarly, because the Salafi thing is so widespread, the Aqeedah, because Salafis only talk Aqeedah, 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 Aqeedah. So you'll notice that even Sunnis now start using their rhetoric. So Sunnis will say, this thing, like, for example, because the Salafis, their whole thing is essentially about Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. This is what it is. Because Imam Ahmad, this is where it's alleged that it begins, this anthropomorphism. Because really, the anthropomorphists of this ummah were the Hanbalis. Okay, they were people that believed God had body parts and he was this big body in the sky and this kind of morphed body. And they claim that this is what Imam Ahmad believed. And to be honest, it may be true. He may have actually believed it. I think later Sunnis were just embarrassed, so they kind of refuse to acknowledge that maybe Imam Ahmad believed it, but they say the Hanbalis definitely did. So, okay, maybe he didn't believe it. I don't know, but to me, it's not impossible that he believed it. But fair enough, he may not have. But the Hanbalis are the ones that came up with this, this whole thing about God and body parts and stuff like that.